Hi, it's Johnny. We're here now in the computer. I just want to show you guys how to get to my playlist in my channel. So if you was outside watching the regular video and you see a little icon, for example, let's just click on one of this. Okay. This is like one of Johnny's videos. So you're gonna click on me. Okay, and once you click here, if you click on playlist, you want to look for the one called Neo Geo, Neo Geo Mini. Okay, but I don't seem to be able to find it. So what you do is you come here, you type in Johnny Lu Neo Geo Mini playlist, and you will find Hack Neo Geo Mini by Johnny Lu. Okay, and there's 35 of this. This one is the Neo Geo. Anyway, click on the one that say 35. Okay, and then it's going to have all in Johnny Lu's Neo Geo last video he did, and then so on. Okay, to the NeoGeo-mini. I think the you could sort by location. Yes, you could sort by how you want to sort it. Okay. And this one say Neo Geo only. Once you sort it, then you could go to the show description, and there is the main one you want. This is the original hack that you want to hack if you never hacked before. Okay, if you never hacked your system before, this is the website you want to be in. This is the driver that you need. This is the driver that you need for the window. This is the program that burn your image. This is the actually image. Four. There's 3 images, but one firmware, one FW. Those files in here, so you want to unzip all 3. Okay, so you say download all. Now what I did is I went to all my video and got the whole list here. Okay, and I'll put all this on the video description. Well, this one, it doesn't have the instruction how to do it, so I'm going to tell you how to do it with the video. But this tell you where to get this file from. Okay, and you will need to. This is the burning tool. Okay, this is the file that have the driver you need. Okay, the burning file inside, and then this is the one that is for your window. Okay, you need PC, power cable, NeoGeo-mini-Hack. All right, so then you need to install this program. This program is located here. Okay, when you download install it, it might ask you for a register code. This is the one I use. You could use whatever one down here, and that way it will work. And once you finish, then here you come down, then you download. This is a Photoshop program that somebody used. I just use that program, the resizing. I don't use this program to resize my stuff. Now this is the ROM converting. Okay, this is converting the ROM, which you don't need to do because I already did everything on the flash drive. This is a resizing program where you need to resize your image. So if you add a new game, you need to delete the game. Okay, so the one we're going to use today is this one, and then I'll show you how did I change it to look like the one you see a while ago. Okay, now I went and download everything that we just talked about. They're all here. This is a USB hack. It's just a one file. That's it. It took 33 seconds. That's it. No minute. 33 seconds is done. Okay, that's the final hack. You don't do this hack until you do the normal hack. The first hack. This is more like a second hack. Okay. This is if you wanted to run your game all the Neo Geo, you use this one. Now Neo Geo Port will run all the Neo Geo without by plugging the USB. So you might want to think about getting a Neo Geo Port stick. That one had no problem running all the Neo Geo from it. Okay. So what I did is I got one called Neo Geo Original. Excuse me. So once you get this, you want to highlight everything and you want it to unzip it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do one at a time so I don't have to sit there. You can extract here and it automatically create a folder for you. So you don't have to worry about the folder. See, folder is already created. See, the file is coming. Okay. Then you're going to take this one. You're going to do the same thing. Extract here. Okay. Second. The third one you're going to use 7-zip because it's a Unix format of zip file. So you're going to take 7-zip and you're going to say extract here also. And this is for the for it to see the system, to see your program. Okay, while this is still unzipping, I have some that already been that I made a copy of it, which is already I believe this is the original one that was unzipped. So I want to go over this a little bit. This 2 file is extra. It's not supposed to be there. Okay, but I'm not going to delete it. I'm just going to leave it there. But this is what you get. You get a data.txt file and then this framework and this one. Okay, this is the one you're going to open using the program to burn the image. But this is the one that you're going to use in this program right here, the WinImage. And this is the one you need to download and install. Okay, this program is the one right over here, NeoGeo-mini. Right here, this program. You need to download this. Okay, once you download it, you're going to open this. Yes. Now the reason I'm doing this is just to talk about the structure. So those of you who wanted to modify it, first you have to go ahead and open it. Okay. Now I do not recommend you create a folder like this because when you are burning it, you have different folder like this, the program will crash. Okay. So you have to keep everything like that folder. They all have to be in the same place. Okay. Because for example, the hack folder need to be called, but the burning folder. See the hack mini when you unzip the program is automatically create a folder called NeoGeo-mini-Hack. In there, you're supposed to only have this and this, okay, and the other one called the driver. All right, 3 things. You're not supposed to have all this, okay, because if you try to do it like I'm doing it, you will have issue. You will crash. You will have like overflow issue or something of that nature. Okay, so I'm just going to open this one. So this is for learning practice, understanding what it's supposed to be look like. So you come over here and you could paste the location right here. Press enter. Then you're over here. The file you are going to open is this one only. Those 2 you can't do nothing. You can't open. Don't bother to even try. Okay, just open this one. Those other 2, no. Okay. So, but when you save it, any change you do to it, when you save it, it have to be 2740, 474. Okay, so what you do is you copy little bit over. You cannot do everything all at one time. Then you find out that, oh, when you save it, it got too big, and then you can't burn it. You get overflow. Okay, So you have to stay at 2740, 474 all the time, okay, for the image to work. All right, that's only burning direct image to the system. All right, we're going to open this one up. And the way you do it is that you want to go ahead, once you have this program in here, you wanted to download this whole thing into here in this folder. So you can look at it. You could look at the image, you could look at everything, and you could change the size of the icon before you burn it. Okay. But before we do that, I just want to see what exactly this image is. And the way I can find out is, okay, this folder have a folder called RES. The cache is part of the ROM and the image location. Okay, and then logo locate. The only thing that if you do not want any hack, you just take that and you take that and delete it. Okay, you just physically delete it. Like for example, you come here, you go to hack, and you say delete. Okay, once you delete it, you don't have any emulator. No Super Nintendo, no Sega Genesis, no Final Burnout, nothing. Okay, only the 40, 80 game you put in here. Okay, and those games, the image and the ROM have to be the same name. Okay, and the cache, it depends if you have game. Okay, this one is just plain empty. This is an empty folder. That's why I say I call it empty. Empty default value. That's for me to like adding game, adding stuff to it. So there's nothing in this image. I went and delete everything out. But in the hack, this is what I want to do. I wanted to go to Final Burnout, and that's in the hack bin. Okay, in the hack bin, this is where all the program is located at. Okay, in the hack. Now, if you want to modify, for example, the picture for the hack, it have to go here. Okay, you have to name it called CPS, and then this is where you put all the image in. And then for Nintendo, this is where you put the image in here. Okay, so this one is just plain empty. I leave it empty, and then that's where I put more stuff in, and then I check the byte to make sure I don't go over it. Now for the hack, the bin is the emulator. So for example, if I don't want the emulator that they use, which is, wow, it seems like it's the same emulator. It's called the same name. For some reason, this one is not working. So what I want to do is I want to go to the, what do you call it? The one that is Neo Geo Pro stick. And this is my Neo Geo Pro stick backup, where I went and unzip. What did I make extra? I went and unzip this, and then put it in like update part 1, part 2. Those are the image right here, part 1, part 2, and then the update. Okay, the original update. So what I did is I was going to go to update folder, more. This is on the update image. Inside the update, I went and unzip everything so I could see what's going inside, what's in here. Same place location, and here is the same place. This is where I was telling you about, where your unlock game is done over here. So if you open here, the reason you cannot change the unlock game is because it's already tell you number 20 is going to be Final Fight, number 21 is going to be Final Fight 2, number 22 is going to be Wheel Butt, and then when the metal slot is right here, let me show you. The metal slot, they didn't put it in order. 27 is metal slot 1, 28 metal slot 2, and 29 metal slot 3, 27, 28, 29, 30. Oh, this one I already changed it. This is the one I changed and try to hack, try to fix the hack, but I couldn't do it. So this is not the original one I'm looking at. I'm sorry. But this is the same place you will change over here on the bin. Okay, but let's get out here for now. Let me go back to what I was talking about. Let me go to the game. This is where the emulator is located at. Now let me take not this one. Bin. Same place. Right here they call it bin. See bin. And this is the program. This is the bin, and this is the program. So I was gonna copy this to here and burn it. So it's the same, and this is config, but this one is 1K, and this one is, yeah. Let me see how many bytes. This is 4,975 bytes, and this one is 5,000. See that? The difference? This is, even though it's the same name, it's a different file, which is good. I don't have to rename it. I just copy this and put it here. And the game list tags, I don't really care. That's just all text file. But anyway, I could copy all this, put it in here, and burn the image. And then we're gonna see if Neo Geo get better. Now let's check the Super NES. Super NES on Neo Geo Mini is terrible. Hey, it's the same name. But this one is 3,595K. Let's see what this one say. This is Super Nintendo. And this one is only 1,000. See that? This file is small. This file is bigger. So this file, Super Nintendo work good. This one, blah, no good. So I just copy this, replace that. Okay, so we are going to hack the Neo Geo Mini to make the emulator better. Because see, it's the same name, but this is not good. Okay? So I'm going to copy this over here. Alright, so once it's finished unzipping, we are going to open it up. Now right now this one is an empty folder, meaning that there's no game, there's no nothing. Okay, so if you wanted to remove the hack, people ask me, Johnny, I don't want the stuff to take up space. You only could put 40 to 80 game. By removing this, you still could put some game of hack. So there's no need to delete it. Plus, if you delete it, you are not going to able to use Final Burnout. Final Burnout is the one that able to let you play different game, like Capcom 1, you know, and some of the Neo Geo. I think I could get at least 100 or more, 100 plus game of Neo Geo. So if you delete this one, you are stuck with only the one you have over here, you know. And so the one you're going to change, whatever you put in the Neo Geo here, English, same place, okay? See, this hack look exactly the same as the structure. That's why I think it's the same person who hacked this one, Okay, so the person who hacked this one's name is Asia, so this must be hacked by the same person. I wish he will give us some more permission, because this is also restricted. All the image, all the hack image in the ROM, only 199 game. 199 game. If you have more than 199 game, you have issue. Meaning the game is going to overlap to this side, and this one is going to overlap with this one. This one is going to overlap with that one. And when you try to play the game of the Famicom in this system, it say it doesn't work and it crash. You're like, what happened? Okay, it doesn't work. So you cannot put too much. Only 199. And that's why I'm trying to tell everybody, do not put too much on this emulator. But if you don't care about any of this emulator, the way you delete it, you just go to RES, and then you just go hold the hack, right click, and say delete. Once you delete it, it's gone. Okay, you only see 40 game. You can add more, but that's it. You're not going to see the hack. So people don't know any better, doesn't know you have a hack, because you delete it. So you could go and delete this, delete this. All right. Now to move this into to back up everything, you go to here. You go to File, and then you say, what's that one called? Extract, and then you have inject. They call it inject. You want to inject the folder, extract. So if you want to extract everything, you have to choose extract all file, including in the same folder. Okay. So you click this one. You don't want a null folder. Then everything is all in the same place. You're like, what is all this? Where is it supposed to? Do not use this one. Use this one. Okay. Extract all file into the same folder. So when it finishes extracting, it's going to look like one of this. Let me go back to my 5 GB hack folder. I should have just go directly there. Alright, so NeoGeo-Hack today's date. Alright, so it's gonna look like something like this. RES. Do I have any RES in here? Some of them are still unzipping. Nope. I don't have it here. Okay, but I do have it on this hack sheet, my original one. I just found my hard drive. I went and plugged it in. I'm going to re-download the whole thing for nothing because I've just found my hack sheet hard drive, which is include all the NeoGeo-mini-Hack. Okay, so you have to keep it in the same folder. Those are all backup. Okay, just for, and then in here, each of this system have a folder called RES. Okay, and I put the description what this one is. What this one is. This one have 30 Capcom's game and have 6 emulator, and then 8 ROM each only. So this one is an international edition of the main Neo Geo main screen. Okay, but inside the final burnout you have 30 games in here, and then 6 emulator only have 8 and 10 per each ROM. Okay, and this one is backup from here. See that? So when you extract it all from here, it's going to take this folder like this: cache, hack, hack, image, image, location, location. It's going to take all this and put it here physically. And then you could come here and say, okay, let me check what's going on. I don't know why this is uppercase. It's supposed to be a lowercase. Okay. And it's supposed to look exactly like this. And then you could go inside and look at it and say, okay, this is the main screen. So the main screen, whenever you want to put a ROM in here, you will have to run a program called a cache and then create it this. Okay, in here have a special program of this folder. Some of them need it when the file is too big. Some of them have like parent, children, and stuff like that. Then you need to have this. If you don't, it will not work. And some of them, if you have this, it doesn't need it, or some vice versa will have issue. Okay, so all this is already created for you. This one is 40 game only. There's a one in a USB that I created, which I'm downloading right now. Or actually, you don't have to go all that way. I already have it plugged in, I believe. No, I did not plug it in. I need to plug it in. But let's go to the 5 GB and Neo Geo. I have one that says a 7 gig. So everything fit in. I compressed it 7 gig. You might need at least 32 gig to get all this image put on a flash drive. Where is that 7 gig? This one has 74 mega drive, 113 Neo Geo and other. So I have one is called this one is the international one. This is original. This one just recently finished downloading, but I have not go in and unzip them all. So this one did not fix the joystick. I thought I did. Don't worry about this one. This one doesn't really do nothing. Let's go to see this one. See this one, there's nothing in here. I have to unzip all this. And so I'll do that later. Okay. Okay. So I went and plugged in my USB. This is my flash drive. This is what it looked like. And some of you might wonder what all this mean. If those of you have been following me, you will know what this is. This is what this do. What it does is it make your main screen. Will change it to a 77 game set. Okay, this one will change it to 80 game set. This one will change it to where all 3 Neo Geo will show up, and the total of the main Neo Geo is 67. So this is called a 3-in-1. Okay, so if you click on this batch file, this is international version, meaning that it only going to show 40 international version of Neo Geo Mini. Okay, which is the black, and the joystick is kind of have LED color. That one. This one's Japanese. The one we just looked at is the red and white and blue. This one is, if you click on this, it's going to show you the Japanese version only. Okay, this one you click on it only show you international. So that means it doesn't show you the. I'm not sure it show you the hack folder or not. Okay. Then you click on this one. This one will put Metal Slug and King of Fighter and Samurai in all of them in the main screen. There will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 all in the same screen. Same with this one. Okay. This one you click on is Walter. Walter is the one who started the 80 game. That what he did is he go to the hack folder and he deleted. He deleted the hack folder. So only thing you see is the 80 game. So if you click here, that's what you're going to see. Okay. And if you click on this one, this is a Christmas version. I create one where you click the batch file, you get the Christmas version. And this one is the one you switch from Final Burnout to Capcom to Final Burnout. So those of you who want to play Capcom and already have their 40 game that they like, and they don't want to play Neo Geo, they click on this one. So you swap the Final Burnout, the folder called right here, WOM. It will switch the WOM in here and give you a different WOM set. Okay, so you want to see, let's look at one of the batch file. What exactly does this batch file do? Okay, what it does is it modify. This is where it's going to go to. It's going to go to RES location called English. It's going to take your game INI, okay, and it's going to delete it. Then it's going to copy the new one called Christmas.ini and replace it, rename it to, well, it's not really renaming it. It's just make another copy, but the second copy is going to call it the one I just delete. So it's going to go to this folder. It's going to delete this one, replace it with this one over it. So it's going to make another copy of Christmas.ini and change the name to game.ini, the one we just delete. So once it does that, it's going to change it back to the game folder. Now, because there's an English, game, Korea, so when you change one location, you have to change it on all of them. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4. So if you change one, you have to change 1, 2, 3, 4. Total of 5. Okay? Total of 5. So you have to copy this game folder. See, it's deleting this old one from Japan, and it's copying the Christmas over there. It's deleting the Korean, copying Christmas over there. Deleting this, so on, the same thing. So now you're ready to play a full version of Christmas edition. Okay, so that's what this one does. It's just deleting your game set and replace it with that one. Now the question is, well, what's inside the game list? The game list is the one I just showed you in Neo Geo Pro. Let me go ahead and open one and show it to you. So you go to IES, then you go to the location. See that location? In this location, English, there's a game called, see, you got so many here because I'm replacing it. So here, have the same thing over there. So what I did is I take the Christmas and copy it to this name. Delete this one first and copy this to this. And this is what it looked like inside before anything changed. Okay, it just lists the game like games 1. This is the game it's going to show. Game 2. They start with a 0, by the way. Okay, 0 means first one. 1 means second one. Let's just do 0 and 1. It's less confusing. 0, first game, this one. 1, ID, second game. And then 3, third one. So if I want the batch file, this INI file will be totally changed. Okay, and so you got total of how many games? Let's go look at it. So this is the name description. You could call it Johnny Lou, but this is a physical game you cannot change. This is the Samuel Showdown 3 dot .zip file. You cannot change the name. Okay, you have to keep it the same exact name. This one you could call whatever you want. This is the type of game you're playing. So type mean right here. Type 1 is a strategy game. Type 2 is the action game. Type 3 is a fighting game. And 4 the puzzle game. And then the 5th one is other. Okay? So that's what this one means. This is a fighting game. Okay? And this is a description. Okay? See, this name does not have a full spelling. So this is the telling you what this game is. This is the Kima Fighter, and the physical name of the ROM is called KO94. Okay, so if I was to run the batch file, we're going to look at it again. Let's go ahead and run one of the batch file, Metal Slot, and you're going to see it's totally changed. So let me go out completely to the... So anytime you tire of the ROM set and you want to play a different ROM set, you just come over here and then say, okay, I want to play Metal Slot and Kino Fighter and Samurai. So you double click on this. Boom, 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 delete. Press any key, you're done. Alright, so now let's go back to the same place. Location, English, and we're going to go to the game INI. Okay, so let's go ahead, edit. How come the date did not change? That's weird. I hope it works. Okay, see that? Middle slot, first one. Number 2, action. Middle slot 3, action. Okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, and X. Okay, and then here, different game because you have to make it up to a 40 game. Magical Lore, Blues, Dark Trooper, and then we're gonna see Kino Fighter, 94, 95, 96, 97, 98, 99, 2000, 2001, 2002, 2003. All there. Then after that, it should be Samurai. Okay, so Showdown 1, 2, Showdown 3, 4, 5, Special. That's it. Then Viewpoint. All right. So all those games are there. Okay. So it automatically change your game INI file to, remember that the first one we saw was something called M something. And then we change it to this one now. So you could run the batch file. So every time you run the batch file, you change the name because all the folder is here. Okay, so that's what you need to do if you want to create your own image. All right, if you want to create your own image, you could take this like I did. I delete everything. Take this empty folder. You go to the cache. Okay, so you go to the same place. Okay, you write down the 40 game you want, then you go to cache. Okay, let's just say you want metal slot, so you look for anything that have metal slot in here. Okay, so you got metal slot 2, you don't have metal slot 1, you saw that metal slot 1 doesn't need it, so you go to, you sort it by name. Okay, so you're gonna go take all the metal slot 2, 3, 4, 5, 10. That's it. Only 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 file. Then you take it, drop it here on your cache. Alright? And then this is how you make your image. Okay? Then you come over here. It's not importing. The dragging does not work. You have to import. So what you do, you create another folder called you just copy all this, put it into one folder. The fastest way to do it, because if you say file is inject image, so image inject, okay, you want to inject a folder, okay, and if you want to inject a folder, you want to include all those. So you have to create. Let me give you an example. Let's just do one real quick. Do a folder. I'm gonna call it example, okay, and in the example, you want to collect all the metal slot in there. Okay, so you're going to take that, you're going to move it to example. Okay, so example have all this. So the way you want to insert all the cache, you just go and say image inject folder. So you come to my SD card, which is called a Neo Geo E drive, a flash drive. Then you want to go to your cache. Then you're gonna look for example, because if you click here and say OK, you're gonna take everything and put in here. And Neo Geo, this is gonna go kaboom, too big, and then you cannot burn it. Okay? Then you say, man, what happened? How come I can't burn it? Overstock or whatever they call it. So you're gonna go example. You're gonna just click. Don't click inside here. Just click on this one. Say OK, and then you say yes, and then they're going to come in nicely one by one with the folder like this. Okay? So that's how you grab a group. If you grab one by one, that's going to take forever. Just grab by group. Create a group called group or call example, whatever you want to call it. Put everything in there, and those are the 20 game you want or 40 game. Then you just import all them same time, and then all will come over here. Then the next thing you want to import. Okay, let me see if I can undo this. I can't undo it now because it's still copying. So the next thing you want to do now is you want to copy the ROM. You want to copy the ROM. You want to copy the image. Okay, you could copy the whole image. See that how nicely everything is in. So let me go ahead and put it back before I forget and messed up my ROM. So let me take all this, put it back. Cut and paste. Okay, so they're all back here now. All right, so now I could delete this. I don't need that. I'm just doing it for example. Okay, so now the next thing you want to do is you want to go to the ROM. Okay, so now you say, okay, I got the ROM. Now I want all the metal slot. So you're gonna kick all the metal. Start with an M. So metal slot. This one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. You're gonna copy all those. Okay. I wish you could drag and drop it, but you cannot. I think you could do it with the hack, with the original one. So you same thing. You create a folder. Okay. You create a folder called groups, and then you say, let me do it one more time so you know how to do it. You're gonna say create new folder. We're gonna call it group. Okay. So inside the group, you are going to paste all your metal gear, metal slot. So 1 all the way down to X. Okay. So that's nine files. You need all 9 of them. You cannot not just skip this one. You gotta copy all this. Okay. Then you're going to cut, click cut, and then look for the folder called group. Okay. Then we're going to say paste. Now this is ready. So you come here, image, and inject a folder. Go to my flash drive, E drive, and then looking for ROM and group. Okay, inside the group, I'm gonna click OK, say yes, boom, it's done. That's it. Then you do the image. You go to image, and then you go to let me see the image. You go to the game, and then you put your image there. Okay, you have to put two types of image. This one is tricky too. I wonder if I could just click undo. Undo. Okay. Go back. All right. Let me copy that one too. All right. So we're gonna go into the image. Now, image is in the main folder is different. They have to have the same name as the ROM. So you have to copy all of this. Okay. Every one of them have an image. So you go to metal slot. Now, if you're going to have a hack folder, you need to copy this one over here. Okay. If you don't, you're gonna have an issue. Okay. So you need to copy this over here too. So you will copy. See, now let me show you what it looked like inside. Okay. It comes with a LCD and TV.png, and those have to be a small size. Okay. So if you view by extra large, this is going to be size called, sometimes they give you the size if you point to it, and just give me the bit. Okay, you have to change the size, one for the Neo Geo Mini and one for the TV. That's why it's called TV.png, because you don't want this to all stretch out, the picture look all not clear. So you need a bigger one. So the TV, they use this one, and the other one use this one. So you need to have both. Okay, you have to call it TV, and this one you have to call it LCD. All right. So each of these have a picture. So you have to copy all of those, all this 1, 2, 3, 4, all this 2, and plus this one, more gain. If you're missing that more gain number 40, you're gonna have an issue on your Neo Geo. That's one of the things you have to put in. It's a restriction. It's not maybe or can I not. If you delete this hack folder, then you don't need this. Okay. But if you did not delete this and you're missing an image, you will have problem. Okay. So you need to bring that one over if you're gonna keep this folder. So now you go to image, you go to game. Now you need to bring those folder over here. Okay. So same thing. You're gonna create a group called group. So I'm gonna paste the one called group over here. Then I'm gonna cut this, and I can't find the group. Where's my group? Probably didn't got there. Let me just create a new folder called groups, and then I need to paste those over here. All right. And once you finish pasting it, then you say I want to import. So image, not import, inject folder. Okay, keep on calling import. Inject folder. You're gonna go to your flash drive. Then you go to the ROM. No, image. We're doing image. Correct? Yeah. Then go to game. A second. I'm in the wrong place. Let me see. Oh yeah. I'm going to game and I'm going to look for the groups that I created. Game and the folder called groups. I thought I got confused. Okay, groups. In the group, I have this groups, this folder here. Inside the folder, I have pictures. So I say okay, and say yes. Boom. So each one of this, you're gonna see two pictures. See that? Each one of those, you're gonna see two pictures, two pictures, two pictures. Okay. All right. Lowercase, uppercase doesn't matter. Just as long as the name is correct. All right. So you pretty much did the metal slot, but you cannot leave it under 40 game. Here's another problem. A hack have to have minimum of 40 game. Okay, and number 40 in the list have to be this more game. Okay, otherwise you will run into an issue. The system will not be stable. It will go crazy. Okay, so you have to have 40 game in the list, and so the 40 game have to be inside the location inside this file. Okay, so that file had to be whatever you choose to do. Okay, so let's just say like okay, you look at the my batch file. You say let me go ahead and redo what I did. I don't want to mess up my group. Cut and then put it back and paste. All right, and make sure they are there. Make sure this one is empty. Go back to groups. Make sure it's empty. Okay, so now I could take the groups and delete it. So here you you don't have to copy everything over. You just need to copy this one file. So to copy that one file, you will go image inject and you're going to inject a file. So you will go and look for not the MD folder but my E drive. You can't find it, just type in E drive. E enter. Okay, so the E drive you're going to go to the location. Remember we want the bash file. So inside the location there is the file that I need. The one I need is called the game list. Okay, so I just say open. Say, do you want to replace it? Do you want to inject this one file? It's going to overwrite this file. So this file, if file size is well, it's probably going to be same size. You want to replace this? Say yes. See the file size change. So now this file, we have. Why is the date is August the 25th? Today is not August 25th. That's weird. Okay, so the date changed to August 25th. Weird. Okay, so the game list is changed. So this one does have metal slot, but it doesn't have the rest of the 40 game. So you need to have the 40 game. Okay, and when I mean about that, it's mean when you go location about that more game. Let's look inside again. Inside this game, the more game, the last one have to be more game. If you don't have this one, see, the physical file directory is called more game. You have to have this. Okay, now you could go 41, 42, but you cannot change the location. I tried to move this to number 1, or I tried to move this to number 20, but it doesn't work that way. You have to stay in this. This is a permanent location. You cannot change the location. I tried to change the location before, and I tried to put like 35 game total, not 40, 35, just to see what happened. It do not work. Okay, so you have to have minimum of 40 game. You could have maximum of 80. Okay, sometimes you could put more if you use a game that is not as big like Metal Slug 6. Okay, so those are too big to play over here. All right, so All right. Now, Metal Slot 6 will not work in the main screen. It only works in Final Burnout. So if you go to Hack and you go to ROM and you go to CPS and then look for this is all the Capcom. There you go. Here's all the Neo Geo. So if this one was to boot up, it's going to boot up where Capcom is going to be playing. And so what the other batch file, what it does is it swap the file. How it swap? We name this, take this, rename it to CPS, and then take the CPS that I rename back to this one. So the game in here, 182 Neo Geo, will show up in your Final Burnout. So right now, if you boot up with this setup, you're gonna have 73 Final Burnout. See, Final Fight, Ghosts and Gotham. That's the only game that you're able to play, and it had to be FBA. Some zip file will work, like Dynasty zip. You don't have to convert it. It will work without converting. Like Final Fight is fine, Forgotten World is fine, Ghosts and Gotham is fine, but this one you have to convert to FBA. Okay, Capcom, whatever, the flying game, you have to, otherwise would not work. And same thing with Alien vs Predator FBA. Now FBA game will not work on the main ROM folder. Okay, it have to be zip file. Okay, otherwise will not work. All right, so hopefully this answers your question. Those of you who wanted to remove the hack, if you want to remove the hack, you could remove it, but you just delete the whole thing. But if you want to keep some of those, then you will go into one by one and delete the rest of this. Okay, somebody say, well, since Super Nintendo is not doing well, we just delete it. It's sometimes not as simple as that. Okay, it's best to leave one game because then you won't have glitch, you don't have an issue. Okay, if you just keep Final Burnout, I think there will be an issue with some of this game because it is looking for it, and there's more to it than just deleting a single one, because you have to go to the bin, delete the program, then you have to go into the picture, delete all those, then you have to go to location and change your location. I don't think there's a location here. Yeah, you do. You have to go to the location. Let me show you here because I cannot edit over there. Yeah, in the hack, you also have to go to location. Why? Because if you only want Final Burnout, you don't want anything else, you have to go to location and you have to copy the game INI into each of this folder. Okay, so whatever you change here, you have to put it in Korea, China, or whatever, Taiwan. So you have to go ahead and edit this. Okay, and you have to remove right here. You have to remove those. So like this is Super Nintendo, Metal Gear, Game Boy Color, Game Boy Advance, Nintendo, Famicom. If you only want this one to show, you have to remove all this as well. Okay, otherwise you have issue. So so there's a lot of steps you have to do before it will work. So you have to change that. Then you got to copy this to here, and copy this to here, copy this to here, copy this to here. Now you could do the change here. Once you finish, you just take it and then insert it to here. Once you insert it, you have to insert it to here, insert it to here, insert it to here, insert it to here. You cannot just insert it to one place and leave it like that. No, it will have issue. And then the one folder, same thing. Yeah, delete all this. Okay. Yeah, delete all this. Okay, delete all this and keep this one if you don't want any of this. Then same thing with picture. Yeah, do the same thing. Okay. And then the bin program. Yeah, delete all this. Now there's one more place you have to modify. Yeah, modify type. Oh man. Yeah. Type showed all the picture, so yeah, delete those too. Type showed let me show you what type look like. Type the icon type for the bin location. This one. You could delete, but keep this one, but you have to edit this and delete, because this is what it looked like. View large icon. Forget about this. I just put it there for you. Have to have picture one, then you have to. Well, this is the. You don't need this one. I went and replace it with this one, the big one, small one. So you need those two. Oh, you do have to have that. You either have one and then LCD and TV, because this is the color. This is the color of the game. You know, so you cannot delete it. This is they have different color. Like this one is red, and I almost forgot. I told you you could. You cannot delete those. Okay, the one and all that stuff. You have to keep it the same because this is green. See, this is represent green for this game, and they have all different color. Each one have its own color. Okay, this one is blue. All right, and this one is yellow. And I changed all this because the original one is real boring. They don't have picture on the type. But I already changed all this already. That's why, yeah, I already changed all three of them. So yes, so yeah, do all that. So that I hope that answered about the people who wanted to get rid of the other emulator. Okay, I recommend just keep one game. It won't kill you. Just keep one game. Okay, it's a very small game anyway. All right, so just keep one game so that you don't have to go and mess with all this. Okay, because if you delete something and you don't delete something, then you have to redo the image and you say, oh man, I messed up, and then your system start acting crazy. So yeah, so this is the program. So what we're going to do is that thing is already finished unzipping, so we're going to open a new one. Okay, and so we're going to go to